All right, and we are back. It's 2025, a brand new year. We're
Yes,
back to
sir.
another episode of The Legend and the Bear. I'm your boy C's, the Bear, and I'm here with the legend, the great
We
coach.
here. We here. 25.
And Sarah, we are here in 2-5. And we here to give you what you want, what you need, But
Absolutely.
with the All-Star game coming up,
Oh
uh,
man.
it's a game. It's a game that's kind of lost its importance, kind of lost its luster. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about some of our favorite All Star Game memories.
Okay.
For me, the time when Kobe and AI was dueling, was going back at it. That was a legendary game for me. That
Okay.
was
Okay.
like one
I
of the
remember
last
that one.
that was like one of the last times they were like playing hard. Like you could tell that the game matters. They were really competing against each other. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, that was a legendary time. And those guys back then, I don't know, it was just something about them having the jerseys on. Like everybody had their own different jersey on representing the team. It was just a different flavor back then. But yeah, that was one of my favorite All Star game memories. And then like for the weekend, I guess Vince Carter's dunk contest. That was crazy.
That
Like
that
that
was
was
exceptional. That was exceptional. You know, Vince is arguably best dunker of all time.
yeah,
If you picked him, I wouldn't have an issue with it
yeah,
at all.
crazy.
But yeah. The thing, man, this just is very embarrassing to watch All-Star games today. They just I don't know, they just run up and down the court, not playing hard, not competing. But I guess again, that's that new stuff. These guys just don't have any desire, or they don't seem to think about the fans. They only think about themselves and their brand. So I'm really not in favor of that. I think guys really need to think about the fans more when they're out there on the floor. As you said, back in the day, everybody used to go at it. They competed, and the fans really enjoyed that.
Right. Yeah, the fans really did, and I mean, I guess that's a byproduct of why people say that the product has gone down, that it's not as enjoyable as it once was.
Garbage. It's garbage.
It's kind of mid.
Garbage.
It's tough. It's tough though, because basketball purists and defenders of the league will say like, these guys are you just more skilled, more athletic.
They're more athletic. Stop
Yeah,
that skill crap.
they say that the three ball, the ability to run and gun. They try to say, but everybody's not shooting a three ball like at the
Oh,
at the
no.
at a great clip. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Worst basketball ever in the
yeah,
history of mankind.
yeah, exactly. It's like AAU ball kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Oh, that's all it is.
is and I think that's what people are missing. But it's kind of unfair to the league to say that's all it is, because there are teams running sets, running plays. There
A
are
couple, a few. You got a few coaches out there that's demanding.
Yeah, they are. It's a few that are running some complex stuff, running some really beautiful offense. But
A
for
few.
the most part, what gets overpowered is the run and gun style. We
Dumb,
running up and down the court.
dumb basketball.
Three
Low
ball.
IQ.
It's like
It's
Lifetime Fitness ball.
horrible.
Yeah, it's bad. It's Lifetime Fitness ball,
No
unfortunately.
question. I agree 100% with you.
Yeah, and
Hard to watch.
it is. But I mean, I guess one could also say like, hey, when the playoffs come around, like it's not that way. Like
It picks up. It does pick up.
it gets more, and it gets more strategic. It's like chess. It becomes a chess match versus, it just seems like it's a rock fight. During the regular season, some of those games it's just like, we're trying to search for highlights, but we're also trying to get into our bag. But the game doesn't. It's not like you can tell like, oh, this game matters. It's not like it has. Every game doesn't have stakes to it.
I agree.
Until after the after All-Star break, really. and
Right.
that's when
Starting
it
to
gets
wind
real.
down, and the games are getting more important, and people are jockeying for seeds. So it gets a little more serious, but it's really hard to watch sometimes, man. This is bad brand of basketball. So, I mean, you used to look forward to the All-Star game. Now
Yeah,
you really don't. I mean, that was just something you had marked on the calendar. It was excitement. You enjoyed the weekend, the dunk contest, the three-point shootouts. Now they got the skills competition. But one of my complaints about All-Star Weekend is the lack of today's athlete willing to compete, not just in the All-Star game, but the competitions. Like back in the day, man, the best players and the best dunkers all went against each other. They didn't care about who lost. Today, they're afraid to lose. Just like your boy LeBron, y'all
I knew
favorite
you.
player, but he won't go get in the dunk contest at no point in his career. So he's worrying about his brand.
Yeah, he don't
It's
want
the
to lose.
brand man.
He don't
He
want to
doesn't
lose.
want to lose.
But
Yeah, I just don't like that. Let's compete. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to lose. So back in the day, all the guys participated, whether they won or lost. So
yeah,
again, I'm just defending old school, man. I'm not with these new guys.
no, I understand it though, and I think Brian has been a great ambassador of the game, but that one aspect, that right there, kind of is a knock that he never wanted to compete in the dunk contest, and there's that legendary footage of him, putting on a dunk contest for the Heat with D Wade throwing the ball like off the side of like the brick wall and yamming it, like
I'm not should have
yeah.
gotten into a contest. Unimpressive.
Yeah, it's just like we need to see that. We should have we kind of got robbed of a moment there. But at the end of the day, it's kind of what it is right now. Like I don't know how that's going to change because guys are kind of so wrapped up in their brand and you know making sure that they're controlling the narrative, quote unquote. So
Sad state of affairs.
it is.
I
It
don't even
is.
know if I'm a tune in. I don't
I
know if
feel
I'm
you.
a tune in
I'm gonna
because
be
I don't
honest.
want to watch.
I didn't watch the last year's. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
I
watch
didn't
last
either.
year. I was like, I'm
So
not.
I'm not watching it. So well, good luck to the other fans who want to see it. But
Yeah,
I have no desire to watch that foolishness.
yeah. Let's see. What was I gonna say? What about? All right. So, what is your favorite All Star game memory? And then we'll move on to what's taking
Okay.
place this week.
Probably I enjoyed the 80s, which I think is the best decade in basketball, professional basketball. The Magic and Isaiah just going back and forth with the Showtime stuff. But they had a form of competitive and one though. It was different. It wasn't just you wouldn't letting the other guy do what he wanted to do. But they put on a show, but they played hard as well. So I'd say two of my favorite players of all time, Magic and Isaiah, just going back and forth. So
Okay.
I'd say that was probably my favorite.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, them '80s. They had the '80s ones had some good ones, especially there's that legendary story of when Larry Bird told him like okay, who's coming in second because I'm gonna win the 3-point
Oh yeah,
contest.
I mean that's just a different thing. I mean, just a different level of player
Yeah.
back in the day. The Bird was a different animal.
Yeah, he was a monster. He
Oh
was
yeah,
he was
oh
he
yeah,
made
yeah, yeah. He's telling people what he was going to do before he did it.
super competitive, and I think that's kind of what the people want to see. I think that's what kind of gravitates people to the game and kind
Yeah,
of puts the passion in the fans when they see how
yeah.
passionate their players are.
True
And
competition,
that's what
true
really
rivalries. You don't have rivalries anymore. Nobody dislikes each other. They're
no,
all friendly.
no,
Trade
they don't.
jerseys and all that foolishness.
Yeah,
I want to talk to you. You just beat me. I want to talk to you.
yeah, Cade Cunningham has a little rivalry with Jalen Green though. That's
Who?
pretty. Cade Cunningham for Detroit, the Pistons. He's an All-Star this year.
Okay.
So Cade
No,
Cunningham.
no one wants to see rivalries with non-factor teams and non-factor players. That's why I say who? Who?
Okay, yeah. Hey, but he's up and coming, right? He's up
Listen
and
to who
coming.
you talking about. We want to see LeBron and KD hate each other. We don't want to
Oh,
see Kay
that's the
Cunningham and Jalen
Jalen Green.
Green.
All right.
Jalen Green's not Jalen Green, he's all right.
He's all
Kay
right.
Cunningham's coming along, possible
Yeah.
all-star.
Yeah, he is an all-star, I think. I think he got named to the all-star team.
Yeah. But Jalen Green, no.
No, we ain't
Jalen
trying
Green need to get his state of affairs in order. Talking about anything else. But that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. How about that? How about he get that together?
He need to straighten up his operation real quick. But at the end of the day, real quickly.
Again, that's that new stuff.
That new stuff. I don't understand it. I don't know. It's I don't know.
I know. It makes you speechless. I know.
It's like why? Like why are we doing why?
These young cats?
They're
hilarious.
We're the male role models, the father figures. You're important. You guys are important. You see Jayden. Speaking of the transition, you seen Jayden Daniels' mama come out and say one of the biggest obstacles and one of the biggest pitfalls that she was worried about was women. And she said, long as mama here, that ain't happening.
She called it.
And that's
to keep her eyes away.
So many
real
men,
talk, though. Real talk.
So many men's legacies have been disrupted by the women that they've decided to choose and the lack of discipline that they've had. When it comes to reproduction and all that. Like it's
it's real talk.
We got to get this together because at the end of the day, you're causing these single family homes that's not really, ran off love. It's kind of ran off materialism. And it's just like, that's a nasty combination. That's a nasty way to bring a child into the world. Like, look at some of these kids is a jet, like Jimmy Butler. Oh, he going through some stuff on the court, off the court. He's got his baby mom talking about, like, hey, she need more money, but she's unemployed. She don't work or anything like that. And it matters, like who you have children with, guys, fellas.
Decision he made.
Young men, especially young black men. That stuff matters. So,
Jayden Daniels' mom's trying to tell him the truth, keep him away from it. He's the latest and the greatest, if you will. So they're going to be after him. So we'll see if he makes good decisions. He seems to be a level-headed kid.
Yes,
especially well. But however, we'll see.
We'll see, right?
But I do like the fact that as a mother, she could come out and publicly say that. I really have an appreciation because a lot of times we don't want to tell the truth.
That part.
We're afraid of the political backlash by coming out and telling the truth. So I have an appreciation for her for being able to do so. And because not only would that help her son, but perhaps that'll help some others.
Yes.
So I'm very happy that she was loud and proud to say what's actually going on out here and not trying to sweep that under the rug. So kudos to her for stepping up and calling it.
Facts, because that's what we need.
Gotta tell the truth.
Got to tell the truth out here, especially in this world where the truth is becoming, one should say, subjective. People are making it subjective. They're acting as if, there's different,
We're scared of the backlash. We're scared of what people are going to say. We're scared of our brand. We're scared of losing things when we tell the truth. But we just have to, at some point, not worry about all those, outside factors and just think about the community as you were talking about and thinking about ourselves. And that we'll be better off when we start to do that, for sure.
I agree. So, speaking of Jimmy Butler, what do you feel about what you feel about that situation going on?
Garbage.
So whose side are you on? You on Pat Riley's side or you on
Riley all day?
Pat. All right. So I kind of have to agree with you. Unfortunately, I understand the business of basketball, but it's kind of a way to do it, But I mean, he's done this before when he got out of Minnesota and everything like
That's
that.
right.
You make the franchise as uncomfortable and things as uncomfortable as possible, and then they have no choice but to move you.
But wrong
But
boss.
you
You
know
got
what I'm
the
saying?
wrong one.
That one, that like Pat Riley really don't care about none of that. Like he
Don't
really don't stand
care
on
a
his own.
bit, buddy.
He don't care about that. It's from the old school, and I honestly, it is low key refreshing to see that type of management style because at the end of the day, it's unfair to the team to
That's
be
right.
carrying on like this. You know, at the end of the day, you signed a contract. Like you got 2 years, $50 million. You want more. You want, you know what I'm saying? You worried about long term and everything like that. And I understand.
You
But
overpaid now.
it's like if he let Braun walk and Braun actually brought championships in there, why would why would we feel like he would like hesitate to let a 34-year-old, you know what I'm saying, make a point
No
with
question. He's got to go.
he got it, you know what I'm saying?
Injured
So
lately. Matter of
yeah,
fact, he should be very happy with his contract situation.
facts.
You getting $50 million to do what you doing?
And you get hurt. Like, yes, you play in the playoffs, you're a player, you're a gamer. But you get hurt a lot. Like you've been breaking down. And as a player gets
Break it
older,
down, man.
you're not gonna have less injuries. You're not less inclined to injury when you get older. And so it's like you're already 34 and you want 4 more years. What? So you want to be 30, you want a 38 deal? Like basically you want to be set until you get
No
up
way.
out of here.
You're
And
not that productive.
it's like, no,
It's
that's
not
not
good business. And you got to understand it's not good business.
it's
It's no
not
problem
good.
with you asking. It's no problem with you trying to leverage it. I'm for that. However, in the interim, you've got to go out and play and honor your contract and not cause problems for the organization or your teammates. That's the
Right.
part I don't like. No
Yeah, like
issue with him asking.
just
No
leave
issue with him wanting it. No issue with his feelings being hurt. No issue with him saying that you don't appreciate what I've done. All that's fine. But at the end of the day, you got to go out and play. You got to go out and be a good teammate. And then what happens at the end happens at the end. So that's the part I don't like about the new guys.
Yeah.
You know, they get into pout mode and then they don't want to be professional.
That part. It's like
You gotta be professional.
yeah, you gotta sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he already sacrifices, plays hurt, all that stuff. He gives a lot to the game.
But
But
that's what you sign up for.
exactly, because that's what you get paid for, you know?
That's not extra. That's not doing anything extra.
Yeah, that's what you get paid for.
That's
And
right.
at the end of the game,
and get paid very well, 50
millions,
a year.
millions to literally play a game. And then, you know, to say I'm not having fun, I don't like this basketball and all this kind of ball and all that stuff like that. It's just like, man, I think there's a better way to go about it because at the end of the day, who's a contender? Like, what contenders? Like, they're not going to take 50 cents on the dollar to give you up to a contender.
No.
Like, if I was them,
No.
I might send you to the worst team in the league, dog. Like, what?
But you mess around with Pat Riley now, he gonna find himself in trouble.
Yeah, like I would send you. I would send you where to the basement, I would send you to the Jacks out there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried. Like, I'm not dealing with that. And
yeah, the team's going to shy away from him now. It's going to be very tough for him. It's going to take, you know, a different type of organization, one in which I don't know if he want to go to at this point. You know, the San Antonio types of the world.
To play with Wemby, he might, you know,
but
he might have the opportunity to play with Wemby.
But I don't know if he wants to go back because you're getting that same type of organization that he's leaving.
True.
And they're not going to pay him that rate.
Yeah. No, they're not.
Right.
No.
Now, some dumb and upcoming team who think that, you know, what he used to be could come in and help them get over the hump may fall for that.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, feeling he could get them over the hump, maybe.
But they don't have a team like that wouldn't have enough to give Miami for them to trade them. Like, you know,
they're to give away some of their good young pieces. You know, maybe Orlando, who got a lot of young guys and got a lot of young pieces and some of those guys aren't ever going to be able to star because they loaded up on players over the past 3 or 4 years.
But is he worth
some assets sitting there that's not playing a lot? They got some good players.
But I would have to, like, if I was the Magic, I would be like, would I want to bring that into my locker room and
Absolutely not.
a volatile, especially when I got an athlete like Paulo, and I don't want him picking up no type of, I don't want him picking up no ideas. Like, nah,
Right.
I don't want you getting like, nah, I don't want him in your ear at all.
I
Like,
agree.
let's keep this chill because we got a great thing going. You looking like one of the most untouchable, untradeable players in the league right now, a young budding superstar. I'm not gonna pair you with Jimmy Butler right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Or
just,
maybe Milwaukee could be a good fit basketball wise. You
they
got
got
two
too many
veterans
balls.
there. Pardon?
We only got one ball, you know?
Yeah. But you know how Jimmy is. Jimmy really isn't a number one.
He's not, he doesn't care to be. Like, you know.
No, he has number one ability when he's locked,
Yeah.
but that's not his thing.
Yeah, he's a 2-3 option.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's why I say Milwaukee, and he's not a guy who needs the ball.
true.
And if he's at his best, he's defending. They need a wing defender. They need someone that can complement Dame, and they need someone who can also, on certain nights, be number one. It gives them the third guy. Better than Middleton if you're talking about them at their best. You don't know what you would get in him. And then you got two veterans that he couldn't bother. He couldn't change them up. He can't change Giannis. He can't change Dame. And then Doc is the kind of guy who probably could deal with him, you know, that kumbaya stuff.
Maybe.
Just to keep him, you know, solid. So maybe a team like that, he could help because they need help. They're not good enough.
Yeah,
in my mind. And he's that size that he could bother, and he's competitive enough to deal with Tatum and Brown.
But they don't have nobody to trade to get him. Where that Miami would want? Like, who want?
No. But at the end of the day, what has he got left? Is this it, or he's got one more?
Got 2 years left on his contract.
How many?
2.
Oh yeah, no, they can't do anything with that.
Yes, like what are you doing, bro? It's like this don't even make sense.
And make him miserable.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna make him miserable and they're gonna fine him. It's like,
because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to force his way out, and they're like, nah.
It's just bad business all the way around. Like all the way around.
Bad business.
Yeah, because it's like we don't have to. Why would we at 2 years, 50 million? No, like sit down. And yeah, like you just gonna take this get right. Like we're gonna take the paper out your pocket.
That's what's going on.
You get tired of it.
Right. That's exactly what's going on.
And
he's not gonna win. They're playing chicken.
I'm all for player empowerment, but at the end of the day, like it gotta be rules and operations of and you know what I'm saying? It gotta be guidelines, man. There's certain things that it's gotta be this. Like it's gotta be structured. Like, it can't be like we just contracts don't matter. And that goes, you know, on the flip side when it comes to the league, because the NBA, you know, and all these other different sports leagues, they don't, you know, they don't respect contracts either. Like they'll front load a contract and then cut you with 2 years left of your contract. So I understand the business. It's just, you know, it's just a nasty look. I'll just say that.
I agree 100%. So hopefully Jimmy gets it together. It doesn't look like it, but they're just going to be at a stalemate because Parrot Riley's not giving in. So it's not going to work out for him.
No. And speaking of, before we get to who we think is going to, you know, make it to the Super Bowl, what are your thoughts on Cooper Flagg and his NBA potential? Like, what are you seeing?
Kid's tough, man. I've followed him a little bit this year, not religiously, but enough to make a, you know, fair assessment. He's grown throughout the year. You can tell just by watching him from the first game until this last game that I watched a little bit of. Very good player, pretty heady. I like his versatility.
Mm-hmm.
He can go in and out. I like his patience. He shows a little bit of patience and a little bit of flow to his game. A lot of times, you know, young players, when they're highly touted, they try to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I got to give Shire credit for putting him in position to be successful because I like the fact that he takes him and he plays him with his back to the basket. He lets him face up. He let him ISO. So Shire is doing a good job of taking advantage of all his skill set. I think he's going to be a good pro. I really do, because he seems to be also mentally pretty prepared for that. He's not afraid. He doesn't seem to be afraid of the moment. And I like the fact that early in the year, he didn't succeed in the moment late games, but he grew from that, because you see a lot of great players who initially don't succeed in clutch moments in the beginning, and they grow and learn from that. And he seemed to have done so. He's pretty aggressive on the glass. He can pass the ball. Well-rounded. Good enough athlete to be able to hang. He's not super duper as an athlete, actually, but he's good enough. He's a good athlete, and I like him a lot. Willing defender, gets after it, plays tough, good IQ. So would not be surprised at all if he's very successful. I like his DNA too. He seems to have a little old school. He doesn't seem like one of these new school guys that's had a lot of hype. And he got some dog in him. That's one of the things I'm watching. I like his grind.
He got some dog in him. It's blue collar. He got like a blue collar.
Yes.
Even though he got inside, like even though it's an inside outside game, like he'll shoot the three. He still got like a blue collar, tough. I don't mind contact. He don't mind contact and competitive. He got competitive fire. Like
I'm liking that.
He feeds off the naysayers. Like
he's not a cream puff now. He no cream puff there.
I like that. I like that a lot out of him. And I'm excited to see, because the competitiveness. That's something that I really like. When I see a player that's got that dog in him, like I saw that last year in Connect at Tennessee, when they were playing against Kentucky. Even though it was a tough game and whatever like that. That he like dog. He was like, I'm not losing.
I like that type of
those type players who who understand the moment, who understand what is expected of them, and go out and don't fold under the pressure. You got to respect that, especially because this guy, the eyes have been on him, the magnifying glass has been on him.
He's been pressure for a long time,
and he's risen to it. So definitely impressed with the young fella so far, and I'm looking forward to see what he does at the next level. Because, like you said, he's versatile. He can guard.
Good size, NBA size, NBA athlete. Tough. I'm very excited to see what happens during the NCAA playoffs.
Me too.
The tournament is big. I want to see him and see how he can elevate his game and his team when it matters, when everybody's coming after him. He's doing an outstanding job this year. Although now the ACC is AC week.
Yeah,
the ACC is garbage.
Yeah, it's trash. It's
not as usual. It's not the ACC that us old folks know.
Nah, it's not ACC we used to know.
No, it's a little different. But he's doing a good job. I think he'll be a wonderful pro. To answer your question, and I'm looking forward to. Well, it's one and done. So he's the number one pick next year, no question. Hopefully, he goes to a quality organization, because it absolutely matters.
It does.
You can go to the wrong organization, and buddy, you will be in trouble as a player. And I hope that doesn't happen to him. Washington.
Washington. No. Oh my God.
So we hope that it doesn't happen to him.
Yeah.
But man, Jay Daniels did it, so maybe he can elevate the Nation Capitals team as well.
Not with that guy out there, Jordan Poole, man. He's over there. He loves playing meaningless basketball. He loves it. He absolutely does.
I said it. Jordan Poole is the worst ever.
Yeah, I hate what he stands for.
NBA player in the history of the NBA.
I hate what it stands for. He's like he is literally the poster child of that new stuff. Like kid with a bag, with potential, but doesn't really care about the game how he should. Is got knocked out.
Doesn't care. Doesn't care about winning.
Not tough at all.
Not about winning.
Not about winning. Just, you see him. You see his a blooper reel out in Washington. He out there just doing whatever he wants to out there, but he got a bag. He's a multimillionaire. So hey,
he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish.
That's exactly what he wanted. He got what he wanted.
Wealth, and he's a celebrity. That's
what he wanted. That's all he wanted.
He's up here near those new guys I'm talking about.
He's good. Yeah, exactly.
Not champions.
But
it's just simple.
But yeah, we're not gonna end this show talking about Jordan Poole for sure. We for sure not. It is NFC and AFC championship.
Oh, buddy, found a four. It is
going down. Who do you got?
Man, who do you have going? It's tough. Man, I'm really. It's a great story all the way around. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can pick who you want to pick, man. Kansas City, 3-peat. Great story.
Yeah.
Buffalo getting over the hump.
Great story.
The Commanders, wow, out of nowhere, transforming the organization. Rookie quarterback.
Right.
Philly, Saquon Barkley. Wow. Oh, dumb Giants.
Dumb Giants. Horrible.
Them look bad. What a story.
Horrible.
Washed up, didn't want to pay him, huh? Okay. Transformed the organization as well, putting them on his back. I mean, it's a great story all the way around. You can't go wrong.
Right.
Super Bowl week is going to be great for the media and for pundits and everyone alike, just because you got a great story, whomever gets in. In terms of whom, oh man, that doggone Patrick Mahomes, man. You just got to see it. You just got to witness him getting beat. I mean, we go against them every time. We always say this is the year. We did it to him last year. We're doing it again to him this year. It just doesn't look good. They're just barely getting by. But when it comes to winning time, they always come through.
Somehow, with the help of the referees as well.
Well, that's another story.
You get the help of the referees as well. When you get the help of the zebras, I'm
not touching it. I'm not touching it. You can go down that road.
The personal foul call last week when he slid and didn't even get hit. That was it for me, because it's just like, he should not be allowed to do this. Like, that's where we're missing old school football, because
absolutely
they would tore his hand off.
They're going to try to protect the quarterbacks, depending on who you are.
And now they're saying that they're going to review those. They're going to make those reviewable. But
because that's correctable.
Yeah,
you got to correct that.
But he should also be getting a flag for baiting slides.
That's that protecting the quarterback thing. I would like to see him put a rule in where when they start to run out of bounds and the defense pulls up, they fake it and then go upfield. Puts perhaps some kind of rule in there, maybe where he started that fake. That's where the ball should be placed, because that's a very unfair advantage.
Yes,
and he's very good at it. Mahomes is very good.
Yes, he does it all the time, and I'm like, look,
that's an unfair advantage.
In old school days, they would have decleated him. He would have done that one time, and it would have been helmet off. Like, he would have smelling sauce. It would have blue tape trip
advantage. Because if they go ahead and hit him, then it's 15. And if you don't hit him, he's gonna fake you and go. You're gonna ease up, and then he's gonna go and shake it back in and go for another 15.
Yep.
So they gotta revisit the rules. It's probably not what they intended them to be, but smart players figure out how to take advantage of the rules.
Yeah, like Harden. That when they had to change that rule for Harden,
they had to. It was unfair advantage.
But yeah, you got to respect it. It's gamesmanship at the end of the day. But
right.
You got the Chiefs over the Bills.
It's hard to go against them. I would not be surprised if Buffalo pulls it out, because they're playing a great brand of football. Very pleased with the new offensive coordinator, making them run the ball, play possession football, taking the ball out of Josh Allen's hand, not letting him go out and just try to be the guy, because when he does that, he turns the ball over.
Yes, he does.
A high rate. But when he's got to throw it 20, 25 times, nice, soft, safe passes, run the ball, not turn the ball over, they're another team.
Yeah.
So would not be surprised if they won. But it's hard to bet against Kansas City.
Here's what
It's
I got.
tough. It's tough.
I got the Bills, and
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at your pick. I'm really not.
Because I feel like it's too much. Like usually how these things work is like a team that's like feels like you feel like it's been given it the whole time. Like you feel like they've escaped, all throughout the year. Like I said it during the season, I was like, they're the worst 15-1 team I've seen. Like
these dudes, man,
they
are
found a way. And I feel like that luck's gonna run out today. I feel like that luck is gonna run out.
Y'all keep saying.
I feel like I just I gotta put my chips on it.
They get some luck, man.
I feel like the luck's gonna run out.
They do stuff that never happens.
Never
block field goals, man. Or chip shots to win a game. That never happens.
Yes, like Illuminati type stuff. They like insane.
Oh, there you go.
Like that type stuff. Like they doing the voodoo. They doing root work over there, coach. It's something crazy. I don't understand it.
It's
every time they need it, every time they need whatever they need, they get it.
It happens.
It is what it is. But I think it stops. I think it stops.
I'm not against. Hey man, Buffalo
send them home.
Got a nice formula going.
I'm tired of seeing Taylor Swift in the box. Send her home. You don't need that for the Super Bowl.
If they win, they're gonna say they wanted that. They wanted those ratings for the Super Bowl, so they gotta have it there.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. All right, but when it comes to Philly and the Commanders,
oh man,
I got the Commanders.
Either way,
I got the Commanders. I got the Commanders because
I love Saquon. I'm pulling for him, but Jayden Daniels, he's on some special stuff right now.
Hey boy, and they can put points up, and that's what Philly struggles sometimes. Like Philly can get bogged down. Like they're having trouble. He's having trouble getting AJ Brown the ball for some reason. Like AJ Brown will have 2 or 3, 4 receptions sometimes throughout these playoffs. Right. He'll go through the first half with 0 receptions, which doesn't make sense to me. Those type things. I feel like they can't do that against the Commanders. Like, and their defense is not. Their defense is good when it comes to the front 7, but I don't feel. Well, they got a good secondary. They got a good defense as well.
Yeah, Mitchell back. Is he back this week? Is Mitchell back this week? The rookie QB corner for Philly.
I don't know. I gotta check that out.
Good. He got hurt last week early.
Cooper DeJean, they got him. They got
some young guys. They not bad. They better do something with Carter. That Carter different. That's that Aaron Donald coming again. Y'all better watch him.
Yeah, he's a problem. He single-handedly helped. He single-handedly saved that game for him last week. Single-handedly, big bossing. Like
he saved them. He saved them last week.
Saved them.
They were going to score.
Without him, they going home. They went home. They going home last week.
They were going to score.
Yes.
It was going to be a wrap.
Right. Yes. So I salute him, but I think the Commanders are going to shock the world.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see
Daniels do that again. He's the man.
He is. He's the man. As a rookie too.
That's unreal.
That'd be unprecedented.
And the way he's, he deals with the pressure and the blitzes, and they try to throw him off and throw different stuff at him, and just being able to understand at a young age, like in any sport, like young guys just don't understand about being simple. Like he sees and just get rid of the ball.
Just get
Stop
rid of
holding the ball. Like it's so simple.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you see a guy who can make a lot of plays but still has the poise to just be simple, that's unbelievable. Because a lot of times when you can make plays, you hold on to the ball too long.
You want to do too much.
Yeah, but just understanding to get rid of the ball like he does, it's pretty good to watch, man. It's just high IQ. High IQ.
Yeah.
High IQ.
And it's so crazy. The Giants, they had tape on the Giants, like questioning his board work, his work in the film room. It's hilarious. The Giants are a horrible organization.
But they like Daniel Jones' board work.
Madness. And now he cut.
Watch
horrible.
The game. Horrible. That's that new stuff.
Horrible.
That's that analytical miss. Watch the game and how he processed during the game.
Right, because he's a clipboard
not on the board.
Yeah.
Especially the stuff. I saw that stuff. What's the coach name for the
The
Giants?
Dable.
I saw that foolishness he was asking him. What's
Yeah.
that to do? Man, stop. And he seemed to have some enjoyment about trying to trip him up.
Yep.
Just watching his vibe. I saw that video.
And now look at him.
Like, dude, that has nothing to do with anything.
And
Look
now
at the dude processing in the game when it matters.
Horrible franchise. And it just shows. And mediocre. Very, very mediocre.
That's that.
And it's funny.
I can't stand that type of evaluation.
Me neither.
He's this height and he's this size and he got this on. No, man, I'm looking at how this dude playing.
How he play the game.
How do you play when it matters?
Yeah,
that's what I want.
We gonna see, Coach, because it's going down this weekend. Yes. And I'm looking forward to it. You have anything else you want to tell the people?
Oh man! So one of the things you just mentioned, I really have issue with is the way they handle these coaches in the NFL. You're talking about the guy at the Giants. What was his name again?
Dable.
Yeah, that's the cat that was at Buffalo, right?
Thanks. Yep.
Yeah. No, but he can maintain and keep his job after lack of success. But my brothers, 1 year, and they're out. I'm trying to figure that out. A guy up in New England. What was his name? The coach at New England, just one of their own.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I'm not recalling his name right now. I apologize.
Was it Gerard Mayo? Gerard Mayo?
Gerard Mayo. And then my guy at the Raiders.
Yeah.
Former linebacker.
Antonio Pierce.
And Pierce, these guys. And it seems to happen to us a lot with this 1 year thing. And I'm not understanding that. Why you hired him, so why doesn't he get the opportunity to go through the process? Everyone else, when they're out, at least 3 years. But this 1 year thing, I'm not understanding. So it just makes me wonder. So I'm very curious about that and what, the owners are thinking about, at that point. So that's a little upsetting to me. I like to see the guys handled a little differently. And I like to see that being a fair fight, if you will, in terms of having enough opportunity to go through the process and coach the team. But, I'm not really liking the brothers made a scapegoat. This happened before. It happened with old Steve Wilkes, too, over at Arizona.
You're right.
Getting that 1 year. And then Lovie Smith.
You're right.
Happened with him down in Houston.
It always happens.
I'm very disappointed that that's the case. And I'm not seeing that happen on the other side. So I wanted to mention that. That I'm not very happy with the way those guys are handled in the NFL in terms of having enough time to coach the team and having the opportunity to go through the process when others do get the opportunity. So just wanted to talk about that for a second. So don't like that as a coach to see other coaches not given a fair opportunity. And it seems to be a little problem with the NFL.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like basically they hire the black coach for the placeholder year, the gap year, where the team does bad, and they get a high draft pick, and then they fire the coach. It's just rinse and repeat when the star comes in. So it's like, he doesn't have anything to work with really. And he's got one arm time.
Do all the dirty work.
All the dirty work
last year. New England could have hired Vrabel last year.
Yep.
Why would you come and do it now?
It's just you see how they do, but I'm definitely in agreement with you. And I hope that something gets done about it. But at the end of the day, when they had a chance to do something about it, when the Colin Kaepernick situation was going down, they could have took all that equity back then, but they didn't. Well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I'm one of the people that's never gonna let them forget that, because y'all had a chance where they could have dropped their nuts and really took back some equity. We need to have these type of things in place, but nobody wanted to make that sacrifice.
That's right.
So since we don't want to make that sacrifice, we go 10 years. That was like 10 years ago. And 10 years later, now your coach is still getting treated this way. Black people still can't get in team management and in the front office and stuff like that. So it's just a byproduct of cowardice, at the end of the day. Unfortunately, it sucks to sum it up that way, but we had our opportunity. They had their moment,
That's right.
but instead they folded, and it's just like when you fold the corporate whims, this is what happens. Now the corporation gets to set and dictate how you guys are going to be treated, and it's unfortunate, but maybe something will happen, but I don't know. I don't see it. Because, like they say, nobody's bigger than the Shield.
Right.
So
that's exactly right. That's what they say. So we'll
bigger
see.
than U.S. Steel.
Oh man,
Too big to fail, Coach. Too big to fail.
unbelievable, unbelievable,
unbelievable. Yeah, we'll revisit this. We'll be back next week, guys. Letting you guys know we are coming every single week this year in 2025. We're gonna have some different events and things going on. Coach is going to have a camp in the RDU that we're going to have set up.
Make it happen.
And we got a lot of things going on. So make sure you guys tune in and make sure you're following the YCG network, guys. So you got anything else, Coach, before we sign out?
No, we just happy to be here in 25. So we're going to get the people what they want. So we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.